Looking back, I think F1 2010 was a really big success. We were really happy with what we achieved. It was far beyond what we expected it to be. Really, we tried to put so much content in there, and as we were getting towards the end, we weren't quite sure how some of it was going to be taken, or maybe we didn't have time to polish it up quite as much as we would have liked. But I think the end result was that it was packed full of new features, and it really put F1 back on the map. I think it had kind of dwindled away a little bit, and people just almost thought that they knew what the next F1 game would be like even before it came out. So I think we've managed to shatter those perceptions. But for F1 2011, we don't want to just carry on with that trend and then just do another update. It's really important to us to not only polish up what we had there last year, but introduce new features as well. We've rewritten some of the car physics this year, and you can instantly feel the differences between the different setup compounds and even the two different types of tyre, and you can really feel the drop-off now. So the main two models we've worked on are the tyre mod on suspension, also the aero, but you can really feel the car a lot more now. What's happening? You can feel the drop-off, you can feel the weight transfer, you can actually correct the car this time around, you can attack the curbs and it's not just going to spin out on you. So all of those things now are transferring back into other areas of the game, so you're delving into the car setup, or maybe there's a new performance part, and you can really feel the benefits of that now. Accessibility has been one of our focuses for sure. We've tightened up the pad handling and that type of thing. We've re-evaluated the driving assist system and how that works and how much sort of benefit that gives to the car. But I think fundamentally this year, even though you would say that the car handling's moved on to a more simulation system, it's actually going to benefit all audiences because it's more consistent, it's more predictable now. You can feel it a bit better. I think it's just tightened up all those areas all the way across the board. There's more of a subtle introduction this time around. It was quite a long introduction sequence last time. One of the things we sort of look back on, it just took too long to get from firing the game up to getting on track for the first time. So the race engineer's got a much improved feedback mechanism now. He'll begin to tell you things, but then as you level up, he kind of doesn't remind you of them. He assumes that you know them now that you're an experienced driver. Also in career mode, the benefits of starting at the bottom of the ladder in the new teams is they don't have curves, so that's something less that you have to explain to them at the start of the game. So it's almost like a written into the F1 season unlock mechanic. The F1 crowd are quite vocal in their feedback, and that really helps us in a way evaluate our feature priorities. We always knew that F1 2010 would be more of a single player experience. We had to write systems like practice and qualifying and just some fundamental things which make F1 unique. So that sort of had to be done before you could concentrate on anything else. So whilst F1 2010 was very much a single player experience with some multiplayer, the focus for F1 2011 straight away would have been we need to incorporate multiplayer elements. We need to encourage that competition between friends. But going back to the feedback from the forums, it was really easy for us to then pick these are the most requested features, or these are the areas we need to look at and increase the level of polish.